Hello everyone. So today we are going to see the logic and program for the next program, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of two 8-bit numbers. So like we discussed before the starting of the program, we have to see where the inputs are defined and where the outputs are going to be defined as per our program. So this is two 8-bit numbers. So let us define the inputs in the locations 4500 corresponding to number 1. So any hexadecimal 8-bit number and 4501 the second number. And we are assuming like the outputs we are going to save in the consecutive locations starting at 4502 and 4503. So the number of locations allotted to the output, that is also a very important factor. So the worst case conditions are always an important factor when you are going to define the number of memory locations for the output. So in the case of addition, what are the worst case inputs? We can give 00 and 00. Those are the inputs. So the output is going to be 00 within 8 bits, right? But in the case of when we are going to give the worst case, the largest number, that is, for example, when we are going to give like FF and FF, so what we are going to get is FF plus FF is we are going to get it like FE FF FE. That is what we are going to get. So cross check in the calculator. So this is what we are going to get for an sorry 01 FE. So that is what we are going to get in the case of the worst case input FF and FF for addition. Now, what is the worst case input you are going to get for subtraction? You can subtract 00 minus 00. The result is going to be 0000. Or if you are subtracting 00 minus FF. So, what you will get 00 minus FF? If you check in calculator, you will get the result as FF. Then 16 minus 0. So, so when you are subtracting 00 minus FF, you are going to get 01 FF01. That is what you are going to get. Check in the calculator. Similarly, for multiplication, when you multiply two 8-bit numbers, you are going to get the result as a 16-bit number. If you are going to multiply FF and FF, you are going to get FE01, which is a 16-bit number. If you are multiplying 00 by 00, you are going to get 00. So these are the worst case results. And for division, always the result will be within an 8-bit number. So check for this one. What I have told, you can check in the calculator. So based on which we are going to define the output locations. So for addition, we have to allocate two locations because the result is can be more than 8 bits. Like I mentioned, FF plus FF will be equal to 01 FE. So the highest address corresponds to the highest byte and the lowest address corresponds to the lowest byte. Similarly, for subtraction, if you are subtracting a lower number minus a higher number, the highest byte should be FF, indicating that it is a negative number. If it's largest number minus smallest number, it should be 01. That is how it is for subtraction. Multiplication, the result is going to be 16 bits. If the result is within 8 bits, the highest byte is going to be 00 and the lowest byte will contain the multiplied result. And division, anyway, we are not going to have 8 bit, we are not going to have the result as 16 bits. Rather, we will have the quotient and remainder. Remainder will be in the lowest location and the quotient will be in the highest location. So let us see as per the input, example input, how exactly it is. So if you add A, B and C, D in calculator, you will get 0178. So 01 is the highest byte that goes to the highest address. 78 is the lowest byte that goes to the lowest address. Then if you subtract AB and CD, you are going to get FFDE, indicating that it is a negative number because AB is lesser than CD. AB minus CD, the result is FFDE. That means this FF corresponds to not the magnitude, but it indicates that it's a negative number. Minus DE is what you are going to get. Then when you multiply AB and CD, what you are going to get is EF88. So 88 is the lowest byte, EF is the highest byte. And when you are going to divide AB by CD, so when you are going to divide a lower number by a larger number, if you divide 2 by 8, what is the quotient? Quotient is 0 and remainder is going to be 2. Similarly, here also when you are dividing AB and CD, you are going to get the quotient as 00. So this is the quotient and AB as the remainder. So this is a quotient. and this is the remainder. So that is how we are defining the output. During the discussion session, understand how exactly when you are dividing, how can you verify the same in calculator. Now I told you AB is the remainder and 00 is the quotient. But in the next lab, I am going to ask you, like, if you divide a hexadecimal number AB by 15, so what will be the quotient and what will be the remainder? You have to think yourself, like how are you going to do it in the calculator. Now let us go to the program. Okay, so let's write the program. Addition I am not going to write because already we have discussed that during the second program, I think. So you are supposed to write it by yourself. So let me do the subtraction program. So if you understand the subtraction program, you can easily write the addition program also. So what is the first thing? Our loading the input. So DPTR external memory is where we are saving the input. So 4500 pointing to the first number. Now move X A comma at DPTR. So first number in A, number 1 goes to A. Then save that in another register R0 comma A. So number 1 in R0. Take the next number. So increment DPTR. So next location, move X A comma at DPTR. So number 2 in A. Then you have to subtract. So you have to check the instructions for subtraction. So if you check the instruction for subtraction, there is no SUB. You have only subtract with borrow. So what this does, it will subtract the value in A minus Rn minus borrow. Borrow means carry. That is what it is written here. A minus Rn minus carry. But when we are doing the subtraction, for 8-bit subtraction, there is no need to subtract the carry. Are we doing a number 1 minus number 2 minus some other value? No, we are just doing number 1 minus number 2. This subtraction of with carry will be happening when we are having more than 8 bits. That is, if the numbers we are going to subtract is of 16 bits, then the lowest subtraction won't be having the carry, but the highest byte will be, we need to subtract it with carry. So that is what. So that we'll see later. So the carry flag has to be reset. Then only that subtract with borrow will work. So clear carry flag. So that is the instruction for clearing the carry flag. So it is there in the instruction set. So clear bitwise instructions you see, clear C. So that will clear the carry flag. Now what you can do, SUBB A comma R0. So this becomes what? Number 1 minus number 2. If we don't use the CLRC instruction before, what will happen is it is number 1 minus number 2 minus carry. If the carry is set, that also will be subtracted. So for safer side, we don't know what is the value of carry. So we are clearing it. So this is what number 1 minus number 2. The program is not over. We got the result in A for the lower byte subtraction. But we need to check for the whether the result is positive or negative. So if the result is negative, that means there will be a carry. So if there is no carry, save the result. Go to the label, save the result. In save the result, what we have to do? In save the result, DPTR has to be incremented, pointing to the next location. Lower byte we have to save, move X at DPTR comma A. Then the higher byte also we have to save, right? So the higher byte is 00 for positive result and negative for negative result. So move X at DPTR comma A. So this is the lower byte of the result. Then higher byte should be what? We have to put it as either 00 or we have to put it as FF. So what we will do? Before this one, we assume the result is going to be positive. So we are going to save one more register, move R1 comma hash FF, sorry, hash 00 H. So here 4500 also you have to put H. This means this for indicating the sign. So 00 means positive and FF means negative. So we are assuming the result is positive. If there is no carry, that means what? The result is positive. You need to just save. So move a comma r1, then move x at dptr comma a. So sign of the result. Saved. Let's jump to here. Now, if you have a carry means what? The result is negative. So what we will do? Move r1 comma hash ffh. Result is negative. So this is the program. So again, first number loaded to A, second number 1 loaded to R0, pointing to the next number 2 loaded to A. For indicating the sign, we are putting a 0, 0 because we will get the sign in a bit in carry. So we have to take it to a register because memory is always 8 bits. So we cannot save a bit in 8-bit memory. So we have to write the logic so that the bit is captured in a register. So for that, we are loading the register R100, indicating that we assume like the result is positive. We clear the carry flag because we don't have SUB, we have SUBB. So A minus R0. For doing that, we are clearing the carry flag. If we don't do this, this instruction becomes A minus number 1 minus number 2 minus carry flag. Then we will check whether there is a carry or not. If there is no carry, means it's a positive result. It will jump to this location. So DPTR will be incremented. The lower byte of the result is saved. DPTR incremented. The sign is saved in A. Then A is loaded to that memory address. If there is a carry means negative, R1 will be reloaded with the value FF, and the saving process will happen again. So this is what the program for subtraction is all about. Now for multiplication, what you will do? Up to this point, it is the this is not required for multiplication. So this is for subtraction. Now for multiplication, let's copy this. So if you see the instruction for multiplication, you have to check at the instruction always, okay? So if you see the instruction for multiplication, it is mul AB. So the lower byte A is 8-bit number, B is another register 8-bit number. So you multiply it, and the lower byte will go to B and higher byte will go to A. So that is what how it goes. So lower byte of A into B and B will go to A, and higher byte of A into B will go to B. So BA, that is how it is being saved. So we are having this in R0. So let's replace that with B. That is what the instruction says. So number 1 in B. So increment DPTR, move X A. So this is not required. This was for sign purpose. So we don't want that. So we are having A with one number, mul AB. So that multiplication process happens. Now we have to save. So the lower byte is in A. So we will move A, lower byte of the result. DPTR again incremented for the higher byte for B. Then that higher byte is also saved. This is the higher byte of the result. Okay. So that is what multiplication. Now let's do division. Control C, Control V. So this is the division program. So what? A by B. So number 1 by number 2. So we are having A. So number 1 in A, number 1 in B, DP number 2 in A. So let's put like this is the dividend. First number is the dividend. A by B is what we are doing. So B, whatever we are having in B, that is the divisor. And for this one, we are having dividend. This becomes div AB. So we'll check the instruction set div AB. A will be having quotient and B will be remainder. As per our definition, remainder comes first, which is in B, A goes next. So what we'll do, in division, dptr is incremented. Then after that, the first location corresponds to the remainder. So we have to move A comma B, which is, so we move A comma B. So the remainder is moved to A. Then after that, the remainder is saved in the first location. dptr is incremented. Now we need to get the quotient. But when I move the remainder, so A was having the quotient after performing the division. When I move B to A, the quotient became overwritten with the remainder. So for that, I have written another instruction above that to save the quotient, move R0 comma A. So we are having the quotient in R0. Then we move the remainder B to A. We saved that remainder. dptr pointed to the next location. We got back the quotient, retrieving back the quotient from R0. Then the quotient is saved in that location. So this is the program. I know I have explained it a bit quickly, a bit fast, but I just wanted you, I just needed you to see the program about how we are writing the program, and I want you to try out yourself, write the program yourself so that you will understand how exactly to write the program. Then it will be clear to you. Thank you. Bye.